Welcome to another step of bettering our mind, our thoughts, and our well-being. Today, I applaud all of you for tuning in and for making the necessary steps in life. We will be taking a different route for these reminders, and they will be given by famous, very essential and motivational quotes from different people like you. First, we want to talk about mental health. What mental health needs is more sunlight and more unashamed conversations. Let us take some time to process, to journal, and to find ways in our day-to-day life to cope with emotions that we have felt in the past and those that we're currently feeling. Just know you are not alone. You are seen, and I am with you. You are not alone. There is hope even when your brain tells you there isn't. You don't have to control your thoughts. You just have to stop letting them control you. You, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve love and affection. The best way out is always through. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Nothing can dim the light that shines from within. Death will come for all of us, but let us fight to live. If you are broken, you do not have to stay broken. Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. Not until we are lost do we begin to understand ourselves. If you're going through a lot, keep going. Vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Truth and courage aren't always comfortable, but they are never weakness. In the middle of winter, I, at last, discovered that there was in me an invincible summer. When you take care of yourself, you are a better person for others. When you feel good about yourself, you treat others better. Mental health problems don't define who you are. They are something you experience. You walk in the rain and you feel the rain. More importantly, you are not the rain. You are not your illness. You have an individual story to tell. You have a name, a history, a personality. Staying yourself is part of the battle. Love belongs to the people who feel they are not enough. Love belongs to the kids who grow up wondering why they're different. Love belongs to the person listening to this right now. Love is for everyone. Self-care is one of the active ways that I love myself. When you can, and as you can, in ways that feel loving, make time and space for yourself. As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others. Slow, deep breathing is important. It's like an anchor in the midst of an emotional storm. The anchor won't get rid of the storm, but it will hold you steady until it passes. Rest and self-care are important. When you take time to replenish your spirit, it allows you to serve others from the overflow. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. Women have to take the time to focus on our mental health. Take time for self, for the spiritual, without feeling guilty or selfish. The world will see you the way you see you, and treat you the way you treat yourself. I found that with depression, one of the most important things you can realize is that you are not alone. You are not the first to go through it. You're not going to be the last to go through it. People feel so much shame about mental health. So if by talking about it, I can even have an impact on one person, that would be awesome. Anything that's human is mentionable, and anything that is mentionable can be more manageable. When we can talk about our feelings, they become less overwhelming, less upsetting, and less scary. Part of my identity is saying no to things I don't want to do. I check in with myself throughout the day and I say, do I really want to do this? And if the answer is no, then I don't do it, and you shouldn't either. What I love about therapy is that they'll tell you what your blind spots are. Although that's uncomfortable and painful, it gives you something to work with. Promise me, you'll always remember you're braver than you believe and stronger than you seem and smarter than you think. Better not to give in to it. It takes 10 times as long to put yourself back together as it does to fall apart. And sometimes I have kept my feelings to myself because I could not find no language to describe them in. I am not afraid of the storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if only one remembers to turn on the light. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Your mental health is everything. Prioritize it. Make the time like your life depends on it, because it does. we start being honest about our pain, our anger, and our shortcomings, instead of pretending they don't exist, then maybe we'll leave the world a better place than we found it. Allow yourself the things you need right now, whether that's space, rest, support, or something else. Know that you are not a burden for taking care of yourself. It is okay to have depression. It is okay to have anxiety. And it is okay to have an adjustment disorder. We need to improve the conversation. We all have mental health in the same way we have physical health. It's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. It's okay to not be perfect and not to have everything figured out. It's okay to feel things that are shameful, hate, and feel guilty. I feel like the message we've tried to stand by is that it's basically okay to have scars and to show them. To show that you've been through all sorts of things and have come out a different and better person because of it. It's okay, you know. It's okay to be you. It's okay to just not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's healthy to admit you're not okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's brave, but don't let it win. Be sad. Have your moment, your day or week. Then do something about it and be happy for yourself. If you were born with the weakness to fall, you were born with the strength to rise. My dark days made me stronger, or maybe I already was strong, and they made me prove it. Many survivors insist they're not courageous. If I were courageous, I would have stopped the abuse. If I were courageous, I wouldn't be scared. Most of us have it mixed up. You don't start with courage and then face fear. You become courageous because you face your fear. Being vulnerable is actually a strength and not a weakness. That's why more and more mental health is such an important thing to talk about. It's the same as being physically sick. And when you keep all those things inside, when you bottle them up, it makes you ill. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of the world, but those who fight and win battles that others do not know anything about. I hope you live a life you are proud of. If you find that you are not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. To anyone out here who's hurting, it's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It's a sign of strength. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. It's so much darker when the light goes out than it would have been if it had never shone. The shadow is the greatest teacher for how to come to the light I will love the light, for it shows me the way. Yet, I will endure the darkness, because it shows me the stars. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Sometimes, even to live is an act of courage. Don't give up. Don't give up on your story. Don't give up on the people you love. Hope is real. Love is real. It's all worth fighting for. You can't see the future coming, not the terrors for sure, but you also can't see the wonders that are coming, the moments of light, soaked joy that await each of us. The bravest thing I ever did was continuing my life when I wanted to die. Life is waiting for you. You might be stuck here for a while, but the world isn't going anywhere. Hang on in there if you can. Life is always worth it. Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the death. These people have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen. There is so much pain in the world, and most of these people keep their secret. Rolling through agonizing lives in invisible wheelchairs, dressed in invisible body cast. We are not our trauma. We are not our brain chemistry. That's part of who we are, but we're so much more than that. Sometimes you climb out of bed in the morning and you think, I'm not going to make it. But you laugh inside, remembering all the times you felt that way. Mental health affects every aspect of your life. It's not just this neat little issue you can just put into a box. If you know someone who's depressed, please resolve to never ask them why. Depression isn't a straightforward response to a bad situation. Depression just is, like the weather. Try to understand the blackness, lethargy, hopelessness, and loneliness they're going through. Be there for them when they come through the other side. It's hard to be a friend to someone who's depressed, but it is one of the kindest, noblest, and best things you will ever do. Take a shower, wash off the day, drink a glass of water, make the room dark, lie down, and close your eyes. Notice the silence. Notice your heart still beating, still fighting. You made it. After all, you made it. Another day, and you can make it to one more. You're doing just fine. And I am so very proud of you.